Hey everybody, my name is Kalle Slaap, watchmaker from the Netherlands, and I want to tell you a bit more about our adventures yesterday. It was amazing. Maybe you remember we restored a watch for a special assignment for the Royal Netherlands Army. This watch was found with the remains, and yesterday the remains were reburied with full ceremony. It was amazing. The watch belonged to this fella, Dermot Green Andersen. He was identified via DNA of a relative, and yesterday we met the relative and gave the watch to him, and it was so emotional. I want to tell you a bit more and show you a bit more. First we got the invitation by the Ministry of Defense. Great honor, really lovely. And we went to Arnhem. It's the other side of the Netherlands, although it's a very small country, and we had 2 hours to spare. So first we went to the church where he was found, where he perished. Very heavy fighting in the Second World War. This is the old church of Oosterbeek. The middle bit is from the 10th century, and he was found in a hole where he was sitting, and a grenade was detonated not too far from him. He perished. Then they filled the hole as a temporary burial, and now 80 years later there was a reburial, and it was really heavy fighting, because look at this. This was what it looked like just in 1945. Huge amount of suffering over there. Well, we got the invitation and for the reburial with all honors. It was instigated, I think, by the English or the British embassy, and his regiment was there as well. It was full ceremony. It was emotional, because you don't know the guy. He perished 80 years ago, but still it was so personal. I made this clip. I really do hope you can hear.
Soldier to God's eternal keeping. They rest safely in his arms.
And I'm sorry it's in portrait, but
we now commit his earthly remains to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in the sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life through Jesus Christ.
It's just like in the movies. It was really impressive.
Glory. In the earth, we give him a final resting place. He will not be forgotten. Amen.
Well, there was a way longer ceremony, but it was amazing. Cheers, everybody. After that, there was a reception, and so kind. There is a unit in the Royal Netherlands Army for the finding and identification of remains of the Second World War. Unit was started in 1945, right after the Second World War, and still exists. They do several projects. Strange to call it projects, but finding, reclaiming, and identification a year. Well, and we were allowed to restore the watch that Dermot was wearing. Sorry, still a bit emotional from yesterday. It was really impressive. After the ceremony, the reburial, there was a reception in a hotel, and they gave the items that were found with the body, gave it to the relative, which was a military man as well. He gave the DNA, so identification was possible, and I don't think he mind if I show you this. The watch was given and you see the emotion. The three in the dark green are part of the unit of the Dutch military, and you can see he's so touched, such a nice man. It was such an honor to give it to him. And while we were there, told him a bit more about the watch and the way we restored it, because we had very strict restrictions what to do with the watch. Had to be clean, had to be original, authentic, must be running. And if you missed the restoration, behind this clip I show the playlist of the restoration of this watch. So really nice to show him and explain a bit more. And he was a watch enthusiast, and really nice. After that, a bit personal, different subject, but when we walked to the war cemetery, I'm a Beatles fan when I was 6. A major Beatles fan, and when we walked on the war cemetery, I saw this monument, and I thought, here it is. Finally, I know where the picture was taken here in 1960. The Beatles on their way to Hamburg. This is in Arnhem, where John Lennon stole this mouth organ which he used on Love Me Do, and it was 2 years earlier. So yeah, I know this picture so many years, for 45 years, and now since yesterday I know where this picture was taken. For me it was a big deal. After that, talk about big deals. We were at the reception, and I was talking to the relative, and it was so nice. And then another military fella gave me a handshake with this coin to thank me. And I'm not from a military family, more sailors and merchant marine, merchant navy, but still tradition, honoring the flag was always really important in my family. And he gave me a handshake with this coin in there. I think it's called a challenge coin, and was given to me by the British Embassy in The Hague. And because he thanked me and shook my hand, it was such a personal thank you and such a nice moment. I will cherish this coin because it represents so much more than just Dermot being reburied, but the lives that were given for our freedom. And still in this crazy world with war everywhere, it is so important. Even the remains of 80 years old, a full ceremony, and now he is there where he belongs, with his comrades of the same regiment. So I would like to thank the Royal Netherlands Army, BIDNL, for the opportunity to restore this amazing watch. And it was so kind to receive the invitation for the reburial, for the ceremony, and for the reception, and to shake the hand of the relative that he will wear this watch with pride and really understands the value of such a personal item. It was so impressive, and again, thank you so much. Here you can see somewhere a link to the restoration process. Maybe you've missed it. And if you like the stream, or if you like what we're doing, please put a like, hit the like button, and hope to see you soon. I see ya. Bye bye.